Do your own damn research. Please. You need to tell other people to do it too. You don't believe anything that anybody tells you until you do your own research.
Radiation in tap water poses serious health threats, particularly for children and women during pregnancy. The most common radioactive element the EWG found was radium. Studies show that radium above the EPA legal limit may cause depression of the immune system, anemia, cataracts, fractured teeth, and of course cancer. Radium is a naturally occurring radioactive element that resides on the Earth's crust. The EWG emphasizes that higher radium levels in tap water occur when uranium mining or oil and gas drilling exploration companies disturb the Earth's geology. The process triggers radiation called ionizing because it can release electrons from atoms and molecules and turn them into ions. The EPA warns that all ionizing radiation is carcinogenic, implying that radium above the EPA limit is all too prevalent in America and it could be causing lots of cancer. In 158 public water systems serving some 276,000 Americans in 27 states, the EWG found that radium exceeded the federal legal ceiling for radium-226 and radium-228. The EWG's tap water database covers 6 radioactive contaminants, including radium, radon, and uranium. The database shows radium-226 and radium-228 are the 2 most common forms of radiation in every state. The EWG expresses frustration with the 41-year-old federal drinking water standards that are not designed to protect human health. New public health goals were set in 2006 by the California Office of Environmental Hazard Assessment, but have been widely overlooked by the federal government. Federal drinking water standards are based on the cost and feasibility of removing contaminants, not scientific determinations of what is necessary to fully protect human health. And like many EPA tap water standards, the radium limits are based on decades-old research rather than the latest science. The EPA's tap water limits on the combined level of the radium isotopes and the combined level of alpha and beta particles were set in 1976. They were retained in 2000, when the uranium standard was established. To more accurately assess the current threat of radiation in U.S. tap water, we compared levels of the contaminants detected by local utilities not to the EPA's 41-year-old legal limits, but to the public health goals set in 2006 by the respected and influential California Office of Environmental Hazard Assessment. California public health goals are not legally enforceable limits, but guidelines for levels of contaminants that pose only a minimal risk, usually defined as no more than 1 expected case of cancer in every million people who drink the water for a lifetime. California standards are hundreds of times more stringent than the current EPA limits for radium-226 and radium-228. If the federal government adopted the new tests, it would mean that no more than 1 case of cancer per million people per water supply. That would likely cause a public health emergency across the United States, but apparently, that is something the government has no intentions in doing in the intermediate time. So, for now, Americans will enjoy a higher risk of cancer 1 glass of water at a time, because, perhaps, cancer is very profitable for pharmaceutical companies, or the country is just flat broke and cannot afford new infrastructure. Most radioactive elements in tap water come from natural sources, but that doesn't take away the need to protect people through stronger standards and better water treatment. Millions of Americans are drinking water with potentially harmful levels of radioactive elements. But the outdated federal standards mean many people don't know about the risk they face when they turn on the tap. Radium contamination in public water systems nationwide. Radium concentrations in drinking water are drawn from EWG's tap water database, and represent the average of all samples of treated drinking water collected from 2010 to 2015 for each water system. Samples reported as non-detections are entered as 0. Which could underestimate the actual radium concentration in drinking water. Federal drinking water regulations set a maximum contaminant level, an enforceable legal standard, of 5 picocuries per liter, PCI/L, for the combined level of 2 isotopes of radium, radium-226 and radium-228. Some water utilities and states report individual levels of these isotopes, while others report a single combined radium value of a specific sample. When the combined level was not reported by the water utility, EWG added measurements of radium-226 and radium-228 to calculate it. As available, this map displays radium data for 1,850 community water systems serving more than 10,000 customers, and 1,620 community water systems serving between 3,301 and 10,000 customers. The water system locations were mapped based on the Environmental Protection Agency's Safe Drinking Water Information System. Locations are approximate and are meant to visualize the general area served by a specific water system, not to give the specific address of the water treatment plant. The map does not include water systems that did not detect radium between 2010 and 2015. It also does not include those water systems for which EWG could not confirm geographic locations.
All right. Well, my brothers and sisters, you know, one thing that I have to explain to you. Well, I don't have to explain this to you. If you're listening to this, you are the true resistance, not the fake shit. You know what I'm talking about. See, this is what they're doing. I mean, and you think about it, like they put, you know, whatever the hell is going on in, you know, some people's freaking water. If you've ever been looking into anything, if you've ever seen the people that had water that was coming out of their sink that they could light on fire, you know, really? Like, and that's no joke. You can look that up yourself. But, you know, these are types of things that would really stay and stick in the news and, you know, that would be spread around. And it's not. You know, you have more coverage of Donald Trump's maybe saying, you know, S-hole than you do, you know, on things that actually truly matter. And if they ever do cover it, it's such a blip. You know, and that's where people really are, I think, missing the curve here a lot. Is we forget about all that little stuff that matters, that is really a big deal. So it creates a different reality. Even for people that see things for what they are, it creates a different freaking reality. Because it's not something that people are, you know, that is sticking in their head as much as all the subliminal crap that they, you know, feed your mind. And, you know, we allow them to do it, and it is insane. I mean, I'm not telling anybody they're stupid for not looking at this shit and trying to share it. I'm just saying, like, hey, I have 32 years of my life. You know, I was trying to talk to, you know, a younger kid that I know. It's funny. Say younger. God, I'm old. He's like 26. And, you know, I was telling him, like, hey, dude, you know, there's all this, that, and he's telling me what his beliefs are and what he thinks. And, you know, I'm laughing because I'm like, dude, that's exactly how I believed, you know, 90% of everything that you're saying and your beliefs and this and that. That's pretty much how I felt when I was your age. You know, but I was like, dude, don't wait till you're 32 before you fucking open your eyes. Like, I mean, I know I've been opening my eyes for a long time, but, I mean, I'm talking about got kicked straight in the fucking teeth. Opening your eyes is where that happened at 32. And just even more, you know, since I've turned 33. I mean, just, it's crazy. More than anything, like, I always tell people, please think that I'm stupid. Do your own damn research. And, you know, I really love all your guys' comments because it shows me that I'm trying to be on point and that people are listening. But I've had some really good subscribers, I mean, really, that I felt like have become to be, like, friends, is they're always leaving messages. And then all of a sudden, I don't see them for a while. I'm like, man, I must have pissed them off or said something. That sucks. And then all of a sudden, you know, they're coming on my channel, freaking, you know, watching my videos and hitting, you know, likes and all this crap and going, they unsubscribe me from you. And I'm trying to watch your videos and your videos are lagging. Well, I guess that means I'm on the freaking target. So I want to tell all of you that I love you, and I see why all of a sudden I was losing subscribers and not getting any. It was weird. like, what happened? But I know what it was. I got unfroze, and what I was talking about wasn't too controversial, and my stuff just grew and grew and grew, and then I went into, the stuff that really is controversial, and, which has happened, more than once. I think this is like at least the third major time that it's happened. To me, like I say, major, but there's been other times it's kind of happened, but not as much as the three times that I was like, what the heck happened? But whatever. That's, So I just want to tell you, I love you all, and you are the true resistance, and they're trying to hide everything from you. And nobody has the whole truth. I don't have the whole truth. I don't even know the whole truth. Even somebody that's trying to give you every bit of truth that they can, they still don't know everything for sure. There is not 100% truth anywhere, except through Jesus Christ. But besides that, they've even tried to corrupt that. So for what I say is, you believe in God, you feel for God, you wear the full armor of God, you let God's hands be upon your shoulders and help you through what's going on. And trust me, if you pray and you think and you are a true good person, you can feel God's hands upon your shoulders. And that is a truly great gift. And I believe in all of you. If you're watching this, you're obviously the true resistance. It's just a really hard thing to finally figure out. I mean, when you come to find, the lies that are just boom right there in front of your face that you believe for so long. And it's like, I guess I do understand why people would rather continue to lie or believe the lie, when to accept what is in front of you, true facts and understandings of the world and what the fuck it is, you have to literally look at everything that is in your fucking world and be like, this is all a lie and that's all fucking bullshit. And if I even tell anybody that I believe that, they're gonna shun me. So it's almost like they lie to themselves. You know what I mean? To not even research it or think about it. Because what I laugh about, when people are like, well, you think this, that, da, 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 da. I'm like, okay, if 1% of what I'm saying is true, 2%, 3% of what I'm saying is true, that means shit is really fucked up and you have no idea, and the whole world doesn't even know. And that's the funny, it doesn't have to be 100% of what I'm saying. If 3% of what I'm saying is true, or what people are, talking about of what's going on is true, that's not even acceptable. But that's the thing, it's not, it's not. It's a lot higher than that. Well, I love you all, and never forget, you are the true resistance. Thank you. Oh, and all you pieces of crap that have no views and are nobody and leave a bad comment, stop sending bots to my channel, because I know what a real comment comes from. And thank all of you that do leave comments. Please share this with everybody that you can, because they're trying to block my stuff even from you guys. So share it with everybody that you can. Hit the like button. Leave a comment. Leave 2 comments, please. Just thank you. And if you're noticing anything weird or messed up with my channel, and it's, lagging or unsubscribing you, please tell me. Alright. I love you all.